Definitely some things that I didn't see coming when I opened my salon. I've got like 5 points of things that I didn't see coming when I opened my salon, and maybe it'll help you if you're thinking about owning a salon or opening one. So something to think about. These are 5 things that I had, and I'm going to run through them as quickly as I can because I could probably come up with some more, but these are the ones that stood out to me when I started thinking, what did I not see coming? And these were some things I definitely didn't see coming. Number 1 was the extra time. I did not realize, in my head, I thought I knew that it was going to take more time. I know it's going to take more time. It's going to take up a lot, but I did not realize how much extra time it would take. So like cleaning, budgeting, meeting with an accountant, planning, visioning, for my team and how the salon would run, things like that. Researching products, researching better systems and ways to do things, researching color lines, all of that kind of stuff. That was added time that I enjoy doing, and I still enjoy doing it. But when you start to add all the little things together, that time adds up. And so that was just something I didn't see coming. Okay. So like the second thing I didn't see coming when I opened my salon, I did not anticipate all the nickel and dime stuff. I did not anticipate it. My goodness. You as an individual stylist know this. If you're already a salon owner, then you hear me. Okay. You've got shipping fees and packaging fees and all the little things, all the little extra tools that you'll need, all the tools you need to clean your tools, all the cleaning supplies for the whole place, for the whole salon. You're going to need special cleaners for windows, special cleaners, special wipers, the ones with silver and what are those things called? Anyway, the really yucky towels that feel weird on your hands, but they clean the windows really well. Like things like that. You can't just use a regular towel. You're going to need the microfiber. It's called a microfiber. Anyway, you're going to need all the little things that are going to do to keep the whole place clean. You got to have them. You got to have them. So let's see, what else did I have? Oh, repairs for the building, repairs for your tools. If you own the building, definitely going to have those repairs. Even if you don't own the building, you've got to, swap out the air filters for any sinks and things that you might have. You've got to keep up with the refrigerator and the microwave, all those little things that are part of your salon. You've got to do the upkeep on all of those kind of things. So not only is that time, but it's also, energy spent. The nickel and dime, this one can happen very easily, and it's fun, was like extra decor things. Like as you go along, wanting to upgrade, like, what are things that get high traffic? Well, any place that you might have an area rug. Well, that's going to be high traffic, so you're going to have to replace it often. You're going to have seasonal decor. Yeah, there you go. Seasonal decor. So you're going to have to swap those things out. And, after a couple of years, you tend to want to get new things. So nickel and dime, it's just like every time you turn around, there were so many things. Now, I'm not saying this is bad. I'm just saying it was stuff I didn't anticipate. Another one that hit the radar was office supplies. All the little, erasers, staplers. We have a laminator so that we can put signs up around the building. So the laminator, so you're having to buy the filler paper, and then whatever the laminator paper thing is called, those little envelopes that you press stuff in. Pencil sharpeners, all the little things. Now that doesn't even include like your softwares, music to play over the speakers and how you're going to actually play that. Those were things I just didn't anticipate, and it adds up. The third thing that I didn't really anticipate and didn't see coming were making difficult decisions. I thought we'll have to make some tough decisions, but I'm good to do that. But practically, tough decisions are just that. They're tough, and they're not fun either. And I don't know that you can be prepared for that. I mean, you can try to be, but I don't know that you can be prepared for tough decisions, especially if those decisions include friends. Decisions that you might have to make as the salon owner that have to do with your friends, whether that's pricing, working somebody in. You're going to have that as a regular stylist also, but working somebody in, trying to get somebody, you know what I'm talking about, whether it's doing business with them, having tough conversations with friends can be just that, tough. Another tough decision that you might have to make is when things need to be corrected. How am I going to handle that? Do I go to them one-on-one? There are things in place that you need to do, but it can be hard to decide, okay, I've got to implement those procedures. I've got to go talk to them whether I want to or not. Maybe it's a conflict between two team members and they're just not being able to work it out amongst themselves. So you, as the salon owner, are going to have to go see how you can bridge the gap and kind of make a win-win for everybody. And that can be very difficult because, number one, you're probably close with your team members, like friends, like family. And then trying to, if they can't get along, trying to find a way to help them get along. That can be very, very tough. And those are some tough decisions that I didn't see coming when I opened my salon. None are tougher than when it's time to part ways. That is a very, very tough one. And when you first open your salon, or when I first opened my salon, I did not even think about anybody leaving or needing to leave. And so when it's time to part ways, those are tough decisions, not fun at all. And you have to, do things and say things, hopefully in a loving way, but maybe it needs to be said. Those are tough, 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 tough moments. So didn't see that coming. The fourth thing that I did not see coming when I opened my salon was investing in someone only for them to leave. Now, I will be honest, this is the second salon that I've owned, and I've gotten a lot better at it. In the beginning, when I was much younger, that hurt really bad. It still hurts. It can be a kick in the gut. But I've definitely gotten better at understanding if this is not the best place for them, then it's for the best. So however badly it may hurt, good can come out of this. And, we're just going to set ourselves to prayer and start seeking the next right person. But accepting that can be very, very difficult. Investing your time, investing your encouragement, investing your knowledge, your education to build them up only to have them leave, that can stink. It can. But it's part of the game. When you own a salon, you have to know that. When I opened this salon, I had already experienced that a lot in my earlier years. And so I was a lot more prepared, but originally didn't see that coming. It's not fun. That's not fun. Developing a tough skin serves you well. You want to still be tenderhearted. You just don't want to be a pushover, but you do have to develop a little bit of a tough skin, and that's okay. That's a good thing. That can definitely work in your favor and help you get through some tough times. And like I said, it's part of the game. It's part of the business. So you may as well go ahead and start to get used to it. It's still not a fun part. It's not a fun part of the game, but it is a part. Okay, so the fifth thing that I did not see coming was the need to promote the entire salon. When you're small and you're first starting out, maybe you don't even, you do know that you're going to need to promote. I don't know that you think it all the way through because, number one, you haven't owned a salon yet. But as you start to open, you do realize how very important it is to promote the entire salon. So you're promoting the salon, you're promoting products, you're promoting your team, you're promoting individual stylists, hopefully equally as much as you can. But that's definitely something I didn't see coming, how important that would be. It's going to ask things of you in promoting the entire salon. It's going to ask things of you like join in the chamber, which when you just say join in the chamber, that sounds short, right? But that means, reading the emails from the chamber, going to the meetings, and all of those things are good because they're going to produce fruit. It's just time consuming. It's going to, cost some money, that kind of thing. Also, your Facebook, Instagram, it's imperative that you are showing up socially. That's going to require the salon owner making sure that they're trying to feature all their stylists and not just one or two. I've told my salon or my team, I don't want our social media to be the Jenny show. I want everybody's work on there. So sometimes you have to kind of pull out, you have to encourage, you have to kind of say, hey, that looks fantastic. Go take a picture of that and let's try to get it put on. It is another part of the job. And it actually, in this day and time, it's just an understood part of the job. So didn't really see that coming when I opened the salon. It's a fun part, really. It really is, but it is something to think about. And I did not before I opened the salon. The sixth and final thing that I did not see coming when I opened the salon was that being a salon owner can be a little isolating. Your team, although You may go and talk to them about, decisions or things that are happening or whatever. They're not going to know all the information. They're not going to know all the behind the scenes stuff of salon ownership, things that they think, ideas that they have. But ultimately, it's going to still come back on you. So it can be kind of isolating when you feel like you can't maybe give all the information, or you can't explain why you might be struggling with this or that. And that doesn't necessarily mean it's just financial. It could be a million reasons why you may feel that your team doesn't know all the information. So that can be isolating, that you can't fully discuss something with everybody on your team. It absolutely leads to needing to build a community with other business owners. They don't necessarily have to be salon owners, but business owners, because they are going to see some of the other sides. And it's really important to do that. I've got a handful of people, actually. My husband is a rock star. I actually couldn't do this without him. But then we have a couple of other people that we just trust and say, hey, I just want to run this by you. And you don't have to give names or specific details, but it might be something that they can understand where your team may not. So it can be isolating. So it's very important to reach out and get yourself a community of other business owners to help support you, encourage you, help guide you, give some wisdom from their side. And it's very important to have that. Yeah, so that was definitely something I didn't see coming when I opened the salon. But with all of that said, it really is a jamming place to be. I love it. I love our team. I love our place. I love what we do. You guys know, like I do, doing hair is so much more than just doing hair. We're connecting with people. We're being able to pour into other people's lives. We're being able to help them feel better about themselves, to help elevate their mood and their attitudes. And there's so many great things. Yeah, there are some things that I didn't see coming, but I love it. I love this industry. I love people. And I hope that you do too. And I hope that your salon experience probably resonates with mine. If you're thinking about opening a salon, don't let these things turn you off. Just know that going into it, you might want to budget time to think and plan and get some vision together. You might want to budget time for cleaning so that you're not running the business the whole time, and then you have to do the cleaning, and then you have to do the accountant. So go ahead and budget that into your time to begin with. If I could do it over again, I would definitely do that. So those are some things I didn't see coming. Okay. Anyway, put something down below in the comments. Let me know. You guys can like, subscribe, follow, whatever you have to do. But put something down in the comments and let's get the conversation started on things that maybe you didn't see coming when you open the salon. Hope you guys have a great day. I'm Jenny Lee with Jenny Lee Salon Education, and we'll check you later.